Hey everyone! So the official kit for the Dahlia finally dropped. And this changes a lot of what we were guessing based on that pre-kit we talked about. In this video, we're going to talk about the official kit from the very first beta version of patch 3.8. We'll cover all the information about her kit, including skill, ultimate, Eidolons, and of course, whether she'll actually replace Ruan Mei in break teams. So let's get into it. Save up to 25% on Oneiric Shards at lootbar.gg. To celebrate version 3.7, you can grab the 6,480 Oneiric Shard pack, normally $100 in-game, for just $76 on LootBar. That's 81 pulls, almost guaranteeing you a 5-star for your account while saving you $24. The process is super simple. Just enter your UID, select your server, and receive your crystals in under a minute. No password needed. LootBar uses official recharge channels, has hundreds of 5-star reviews, and partnerships with several big content creators that you probably know, so everything is completely safe. LootBar also supports PlayStation 5 and Xbox top-ups. Click the link in the description to get your discount. New users get an extra 10% discount, while returning users get 5%. Constance is a 5-star Fire Nihility character, scheduled to release in version 3.8 on December 16th for North America and December 17th for other servers. And looking at this official kit, she was really made specifically for super break teams. Let's get straight to what matters, starting with her skill. She creates a zone that lasts 3 turns, deals AoE fire damage, and the important part is that while the zone is active, it increases all allies' weakness break efficiency by 50%, and toughness reduction on unbroken enemies can be converted into super break damage. This is insane because it basically means you're dealing super break damage even before breaking the enemy. And it doesn't stop there. Her ultimate applies the wilt state to all enemies for 4 turns and deals fire damage distributed among all enemies. The wilt state reduces enemies' defense by 18% and applies weakness of all types from the dance partners to enemies. So if your dance partner is fire, enemies become weak to fire. If it's physical, they become weak to physical. And even though today's main super break DPS already apply their matching weakness, this means she can possibly enable other characters who aren't necessarily super break to work with Constance. And yes, Himeko, we're talking about you. Now, about Constance's talent, here's where the term dance partner becomes important. So, when you enter combat, she gives dance partner to herself and the character who started combat. If there's no other dance partner on the field, she gives dance partner to the ally with the highest break effect. When a dance partner attacks a broken enemy, the toughness reduction from that attack is converted into an instance of super break damage. But we're not done yet. The really insane part is her follow-up attack. Remember when I talked about a follow-up in the pre-kit video? Well, it's real but works differently. After an enemy is attacked by the other dance partner, she launches a follow-up attack dealing 5 instances of damage to the enemy. And on top of that, after each damage instance on broken enemies, the toughness reduction from that damage is converted into an instance of 200% super break damage. This can only trigger once per turn, but it's a hit with a really high percentage, so it's a crazy amount of damage. Now let's talk about traces, because they're extremely important. Trace 1 is insane. When entering combat, it increases other team members' break effect based on Dahlia's break effect for 1 turn. This effect triggers again lasting 3 turns when she receives healing or a shield from an ally. This means with a Lingsha or Gallagher on the team, you're constantly refreshing this massive break effect buff. They probably added this condition of receiving healing or shield to prevent a sustainless team. Trace 2 makes her recover 1 skill point for allies when using the follow-up attack. This can trigger once every 2 follow-up attacks. So she's probably skill point positive, which is perfect since break teams use a lot of SP, like Firefly's team. Trace 3 is aimed specifically at fire characters. When an ally applies weakness to an enemy, it increases SPD by 30% for 2 turns. When this effect is triggered by a fire character, it also regenerates 10% of that character's max energy. This can only trigger once per character per turn. We can't deny this is basically Hoyo saying, Constance is meant to be used with Firefly. Now let's talk about Eidolons, and some of them completely change the game. E1 applies the talent's super break multiplier to all allied characters, with the dance partner receiving an additional 40%. After the dance partner uses an attack, it deals additional fixed toughness reduction equal to 25% of the enemy's max toughness. This seems really strong to me, as it'll make breaking enemies much faster. E2 makes the wilt debuff. which is applied in the ultimate, reduce all resistances by an additional 18%, in addition to the defense reduction. And when an enemy enters the field, she automatically applies Wilt to them for 3 turns. So you always have that resistance and defense reduction on enemies. E4 increases the follow-up attack's damage instances by 5. So from 5 hits, it goes to 10 hits. And each hit increases the damage received by the target by 12% for 2 turns. This is an insane damage multiplier that'll stack up really fast. And finally, E6 increases her break effect by 150%. When she uses the follow-up attack, it advances all dance partners' next action by 15%. This is probably compensation for losing DDD in the team with Ruan Mei's removal. Too bad we have to go all the way to E6 to get this effect. So, looking at this complete official kit, some things become extremely clear. She was designed specifically to be the best super break support in the game, and yes, especially for Firefly. That trace that regenerates energy when fire characters apply weakness? Obviously aimed at Firefly. The big question everyone's asking, does she replace Ruan Mei? The answer now looking at the official kit is yes. Definitely in pure break teams focused on Firefly. Ruan Mei will still be better for general teams because she works in any composition. But if you're building a dedicated break team, Constance is better. She gives 50% weakness break efficiency, allows super break before the break happens, creates artificial weaknesses, reduces defense by 18%, and has follow-up attacks with massive super break conversion. The ideal team is now well-defined. Firefly, the Dahlia, Fugue and Lingsha, or Gallagher as sustain. This is a team totally focused on fire and break. Lingsha or Gallagher are especially important because when they heal or give shields, they reactivate that trace that gives the massive break effect buff for 3 turns. For those who have Boothill or Rappa, the news is mixed. Her kit technically works with any break DPS because the buffs are universal, but that trace 3 that regenerates energy is specific to fire. So she'll work better with Firefly than with other break DPS. She'll still be good with them, but not as optimized as she is with Firefly. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought of this official kit. What did you think? And if you're a Firefly main, will you get her at E0 or will you invest in Eidolons? As always, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next videos.